Alright, so here's the special video for Maxy. I figured while I was making tofu that I would also just do, well, this is what I normally do. I make the tofu and roasted veggies. It's kind of like our classic go-to dish, probably 3 times a week. Tonight's veggie is ghost broccoli, also known as cauliflower. Got the oven preheated to 450. I like to roast cauliflower at 450. Other vegetables, I tend to stick just with 425 or even 400, just because they're a little more gentle. All right. So you know this tofu. I just start off by just slicing right down the middle. I let this water bleed out. I don't cut it all the way, I let it like hinge for me, if you can kind of see that. Not that it truly matters, but it's my own little way of doing it. Gets less water all over your cutting board. So now I've got my 2 halves, and I'll take them, twist them, cut them into 4s. And then from there, I'll flip them, cut them in half, cut them in half again. Now I've got my cubes. Something else I like to do, I'll cut this into 4s. I'll always cut it into 4s. But from here, sometimes I like to just crumble it into roughly quarter-sized chunks, or even sometimes smaller is okay. And these get like a really nice texture all around them that really grab the cornstarch, make it really nice and roughly breaded. Or you can turn it into a dinosaur. So that's always fun too. I just bought these today, I just wanted to show it off because it's so stupid. Alright, so I've got the cauliflower all cut up. I usually cut like the big chunks into these halves like this, nice and bite-sized. Or I'll tend to keep like the good medium-sized pieces as is. Give it a nice, healthy drizzle, if you even want to call it that. It's olive oil. Sometimes I'll even use sesame oil or something, give it a good flavor. Toss it. Cauliflower really soaks up the oil. I'm not sure if you can see. But then this is one of my go-to seasonings from Trader Joe's. Just give it a really healthy coating. Go like that. Should have prepared better. Couple cracks of salt. Toss it. I'll do this a little bit more, just to make sure I got the coverage. Same with the salt. Nice. Oops. And then got my own handy dandy oil sprayer. This was 10 bucks. Or you can buy ready to go spray oil in a can, but this you just fill up with olive oil and pump it till it gives you pressure. And there you go. Spray it down, plop it down. I like to put all these little flat sides down, make it nice and browned. right. Put them on the bottom shelf so they get extra cooked on the bottoms. Now, take my tofu cubes and dino and random chunks. Same thing, a little bit of oil. It looks like a lot, but it comes out slow. This is not even a tablespoon. And with tofu, I like to use this one. I wouldn't say I use it all the time. It's another good Trader Joe's item. It's got the salt already in it, so I just give it a pretty hefty like that. It smells like the ramen chicken flavoring packet, if you know what I'm talking about. It smells and tastes really. So, give it a good toss. And that's, like I said, it's already salted, so I don't really worry too much about the salt here. I'm gonna give it a little bit more. There we go. Now, with my cornstarch, I just open it up. Oh, I don't even think I have enough in here. But I usually just open it up, dump it. That might not be enough. Alright, I added just a little bit more cornstarch, like probably a tablespoon at most. You'll see that it looks kind of almost powdery or dry. And that's what you want, because you're gonna spray it down with some oil and it'll soak into that cornstarch. I'm gonna try the dino tofu nugget. No? Alright, so my air fryer is all preheated. I like to give this one last little toss. I just dump it all in, even the dust, who cares? And then I give it a pretty hefty spray. Spray. Toss, toss, toss. You have to be pretty well covered, and it's a lot less oil than you think, so if that's really a problem, it's not really a problem. I'll cook that for 17 minutes in total. After the tofu's been in there for like 3 or so minutes, I'll grab it again and give it a good toss and another spray. I've kind of noticed that they get stuck together in this early period of cooking. That's why I like to do that. And then I'll give them one last shake up in like 10 minutes. But no, not another thing of oil, just a shake. Okay, I got the tofu ready to go. I'd take like a 1/4 cup, maybe like a little bit more than a 1/4 cup of whatever sauce I'm using. Toss it in the microwave for like 30 minutes, or 30 seconds, just to warm it up. Drop that in there first. Toss in the tofu. Nice and crispy, getting all saucy. Dino turned out pretty good. Got some green onions here I'll toss in there. Oops. And there you have it. Crispy tofu. Crispy air fried tofu.